Hey VC, how's it going? Happy Saturday. This is going to be my contest entry for Hannah's Omaha Introvert's 1,000 subs channel. Congrats, Hannah. 1,000 is a pretty big accomplishment, especially in about 1 year that you've been in the VC. So congrats again on that. I really like this contest. It's really straightforward. It's going to be brief, which is good. It encourages people to kind of maybe not overthink too much about their list. Kind of put it together and make a video, just get it out there, because the deadline is very short. And again, pretty simple. There's 3 questions here. Question 1, I don't remember the exact wording, I didn't write it down, sorry, but I think it was your choice of either your favorite 3 female artists or 3 female artists that you feel are underrated or deserve more attention. And these were pretty easy choices for me. My first one, Newsome, I've definitely talked about her before, and I've shown this exact record before. And I see talk of her in like communities that already really have a big appreciation for music and can recognize good music when they hear it. But I feel like the world at large needs to have a better appreciation for Newsome, if that makes sense. I understand that maybe her voice isn't for everybody. She does kind of have a unique way of singing, and maybe some people think it's pretty standard, like indie singer voice. But no matter what you think of her voice, you can't really deny that her songwriting and her lyrics and just her approach to music in general are really great. She's a classically trained harp player as well as piano, probably a couple other things, and a great vocalist in my opinion. And again, her songs are just so dense in a good way. I mean that in a good way. And a lot of them are tonally just perfect. If you like Baroque pop, have you never heard Newsome? Give her a shot. She might be a little tricky to find because she's not on streaming. I think she has some YouTube stuff, and that's like her 4th album. It's her most recent, I think. I'd love to hear some new music from Newsome. Another artist who I'd love to hear some new music from is Olson. She recently started getting very popular. She had an album come out called My Woman. I think that was 2016. This is an EP from oh man, I don't even remember, like 2010 or 2011, called Strange Cacti. And it's pretty minimalistic, kind of lo-fi singer-songwriter, pretty stripped down. It sounds like there's like a single microphone recording, or even like a tape recording. It has that kind of quality to it. But the songs here are just super great. Again, a little bit of unique voice, at least on this release. Maybe she kind of dials it back a little bit on her more recent stuff. But I'll be putting a needle drop of this one in of the song, So That We Can Be Still. See if you enjoy it. Okay, another one here. Number 3 is a band called Hopalong. This record is from 2015, and I'm blanking on the name of it. Painted Shut. So Frances Quinlan is the lead singer and songwriter, and she plays guitar as well. So it's not an all-female band, but definitely female-fronted. And she's kind of, if you were to recognize one person from the band, it would definitely be her. And her songwriting, just like these other 2 ladies, is just top tier. Maybe it's a little more straightforward in terms of, You know, this is like an indie rock band. They're on the Saddle Creek label. So if you're a fan of like Bright Eyes and I don't know, Kevin Devine, other bands that are on Saddle Creek, you definitely like this. Again, I'm gonna do a needle drop. Probably the song, probably the first track of The Knock. That'll be a good one. All right, question 2 is 2 of your favorite subgenres. And I kind of wanted to stick with the all female or women theme of this video. So I picked 2 of my favorite subgenres and bands or groups or whatever that are female fronted. And so I picked the subgenre like art rock, or I guess you could call it like punk. It definitely has punk leanings. But Patti Smith Group, this is their second album, Radio Ethiopia. Definitely still in that same kind of vein as, you know, Horses. And Horses gets all the love. And this record does not get nearly the amount of appreciation that I feel it deserves. It's maybe not as good as Horses. Not as, like, the songs aren't necessarily as memorable, but they're still really good quality. If you like Patti Smith and you haven't heard this one, this is like her second or third best album in my opinion. So you definitely need to hear that. And again, that maybe I need to be a little more specific on what genre that is. I just kind of throw it in there with that New York punk scene from the 70s, you know, the CBGB stuff. I consider that its own genre. Maybe new wave a little bit as well. And genre 2 is post-punk. And of course, I'm talking about an all-girl post-punk band. Who else could it be but Savages? This is their most recent record. It's called Adore, and I'm trying to find the year it's from. 2015. It's on Matador Records. Nice little gatefold package here. So I feel like every time I talk about Savages, I have to mention that they're not only one of the few all-girl post-punk bands out there, but they're probably one of the best currently active post-punk bands there is. They're all just like amazing musicians, especially the rhythm section. You know, the bass and drums are pretty much as flawless as you can get in the genre. The guitar playing is solid, and you know, the vocals and lyrics are pretty much what you'd expect from a post-punk band. Sort of dark and gloomy and bleak, but you can't really go wrong if you're a fan of post-punk. So again, that's Savages. I'm gonna see if I can get away with doing a needle drop of. I'll just do track 1, The Answer. Okay, and question 3 is my favorite piece of audio equipment that I have, it has to be my turntable. It's a pretty standard Technics turntable. Trying to think of the model number. SL 1200, I think it is. It's just a belt driven. It doesn't have like a manual, or it doesn't have an auto return or anything like that. It's a pretty straightforward, simple turntable, but it's, you know, it's a workhorse. And I've kind of made it a little bit my own. It has a slip mat that my sister gave me. It's like leather and it has a interesting design on it. And then I've replaced the cartridge as well, so kind of improved the sound quality noticeably, especially now that it's broken in. And yeah, I've just had it for a long time, and I want to keep it honestly for as long as possible. All right, so this is my turntable. I was wrong. It's definitely not an SL 1200. It's a 210. But pretty straightforward, you know, pitch control, speed adjustment. I guess the only thing I wish for is I wish I could do 70 RPM. Not that that's the most important feature of a turntable, but it's really nice. And again, there's the cartridge I have on it, the Grado Black. I guess Black 2 is the most recent one. It was a much needed improvement over the, I think it was just the stock cartridge that was on there. But yeah, that's my turntable, my favorite piece of equipment. Yeah, so that's my entry. Again, thanks Hannah for hosting this contest. If I win the Eagles shirt, I'll definitely be giving that away to someone who will appreciate it more than me. So stay tuned for that. Again, this has been my entry. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.